Hey everyone, and welcome. This week we have a piece of kiln-dried black walnut. Oh, and by the way, if you're a wood turner or you know a wood turner and you or they are not using one of these as a center finder, you need to get yourself one. They're very cheap. I think I paid like $6.50 for this one, and I like it better than the circle one myself, but it's good to have both for different reasons. But I'll link it in the video description. Go get yourself one. Bye-bye. So I've received a lot of questions lately about dust collection and what I wear for safety gear. This is the Trend Air Shield Pro, best investment I've made in a very long time. Used a faceplate in getting the piece mounted on the lathe and ready for some truing up, starting with the Carter & Son bowl gouge at about 525 RPM. As you may know, I am from Maine. I live in Maine, and the sponsor of this week's video is helping me out with that. More to come in a little bit. So after the piece is mostly trued up, I'm starting to shape the piece on the bottom curve. The flat piece you're looking at is going to be the foot, the bottom. And this is truing up the bottom. And still working on that curve. Black walnut is a hardwood and it's quite dense. I enjoy turning it just because of the quality of the wood, really, and how it looks when you put finish on it. So as you can see, I'm going with a tenon here as opposed to a mortise. I'm going to be adding an accent on the rim. I'm going to use milliput. I'll link that in the video description in case you haven't tried it. So milliput is a soft putty, and when you mix the two together, they become a hard putty. I believe that it started out using by plumbers to fix things, and it may still be, I'm not sure. But it's now used to accent art pieces, or people sculpt with it, I'm sure. But for what I'm using it for, I have to smush it in these lines that I made around the piece, around the rim, and then I let it harden overnight. And a bit about this week's sponsor. DREOS sent me this oscillating heater, which, as I mentioned, I live in Maine, so my workshop is in my basement, so sometimes it does get a little cold. So they sent me this to try out, and I wanted to share it with you guys and let you know my thoughts. So the first thing I liked about it is the size. It's small, it doesn't take up a lot of a big footprint in your shop. And second, I like that it oscillates. It turns back and forth with the push of a button. for safety, what I really love about it is, unlike the traditional space heaters or smaller size heaters for your home, this one, when it tips over, it has an alarm. So that was really peace of mind for me. Another thing I really love about it is it's very quiet. In a shop, you have enough noisy stuff, you don't need another one. So a huge thank you to DREOS for sponsoring this week's video. I will link their website down in the video description, but here is a sneak peek. As you can see, the price for the space heater, $49.99, not bad at all. Show them some love, go visit their website and see if there's anything that matches your needs. Thank you, DREO. Back to the video. So I let the milliput dry overnight, as I mentioned, and here I am turning some of it away, trying to get a smooth finish. Similar to resin, sometimes you'll get some chip out, and that's easy enough to fix with more milliput. Sometimes they're so small that you can use CA glue. With this one, I had some chip out that I had to redo some of the milliput. It doesn't always happen. I think it happened this time because of the depth that I did the lines around the bowl. I should have kept them a little bit more shallow. Using a Forstner bit to hog out some of the material before starting the hollowing process, still with the Cardarens on bowl gouge. Now, I'm going pretty slow here, not the RPM, but the RPM is around 750, I believe, right now. But I'm going slow to not put too much pressure on any one side because it's held only by that tenon. So making sure the tools are sharp and taking my time. The video is sped up so it looks faster than it is. If I'd turned this fast, I would have 10 videos a week. Switching now to the Cardarens Sun 1-inch scraper. And again, I will link all the tools and products I use down in the video description. This thing, the 1-inch scraper from Cardarens Sun, does an amazing job, as you can see. And I started at 80 grit and ended at 400 grit on this piece. And now next, the denatured alcohol. This will remove any of the dust and shavings that you can't see. And then once that dries, this is the sanding sealer. I apply 1 coat of sealer and let it dry before moving on to the axe. Here's a shot of the DREOS Space Heater in its oscillating mode. While I'm turning on the lathe, it does keep things warm. And the Axe Abrasive Sanding Paste is next. you can see the sheen that it brings out in the piece. And then the X polishing paste. I've mentioned several times that this is my favorite part, because it really brings it to a sheen that is just amazing. If you haven't yet tried Axe, there is a coupon code in the video description. And my least favorite part is taking off the tenon on the Longworth chuck. For me, it's just nerve-wracking. But it does the trick. And then using my branding iron, thanks everyone for watching. Until next week, peace out.